That's the week for you with the answers. You're always getting them right. Malk in Swinton. Hi, Malk. Good evening. And Kay in Shaw. Hi, Kay. How are you? Hope you're having a good evening too. So you're all correct, Will, Malk and Kay. Hugh Craig III. If you think you know who that is, you can text 81333. Start your message with the word Mank, or you can call Jason on 0800 218 2255. And it's time to say hello to our guests on the social this evening, Naomi and Matt. How are you both doing?
Hi Stacey, okay?
How have you been?
I'm very good, thank you.
Been doing any outdoor stuff lately?
Apart from walking the dog in the rain, no.
It's not been the best, has it?
No, and it's been that horrible rain today as well.
It's been, you've got to be dead brave to put your washing out. Yeah. I put it out Sunday because the BBC weather app said it was all right, and it wasn't. On Monday, was it? Monday, I think. And then yesterday, I just saw a slither of sunshine and thought, boom, I'm going for it. I'm going to go for it. And it paid off, to be fair. Yeah. These trackies bottoms that I've got on now were out Monday and they were a bit damp when I put them on. I thought it'll be all right by the time we get there. They sound.
I can't smell them.
Nah. So what have you been up to?
I'm just same as work. Dog walk, exercise.
It's dead important to get it when these dark nights coming into.
Yes,
you've got to have that bit of something.
I mean, Monday was the weather was so good on Monday afternoon. It was lovely.
It was really nice.
Sun was shining.
It was actually warm.
It was quite warm. So I've actually started a gratitude journal.
Okay.
And that was one of my things I was happy about.
What's made you start that then?
I don't know, just to do something a little bit different.
We're being ungrateful.
Maybe sometimes
being
I'm
all
a bit
peevish and stuff.
A bit negative Nelly. So I'm like, no, let's just look at the positives. And so just three a day.
When did you start it?
Monday.
You've done 9 so far.
It's a short journey.
I've already done 2 days so far.
Oh, that's good though. I mean, you've got to start a journey. Start of 1,000 steps. Start with the first one, or whatever they say.
Yeah.
So, what's been in it that you can tell us then?
You can tell you all of them. Good weather for walking the dog. I'm on a course at work, and we've finished early every day, so that's a Brucey bonus. What was my other one? I can't remember what the third one was.
Sounds great.
I'm
living the dream, you.
I'm that grateful for it. I can't remember.
You can see why she's got to be grateful for everything she gets, haven't you? What be grateful? Walking dog, leaving work early. Can't remember others. But it's been great. Yeah, great. Brilliant. What about you then, Matt? What have you been up to?
Weekend, I took the girls to Crazy Golf.
Right, okay.
Over at that Dino place at Trafford. That was good. And today I've been at Stepping Hill, unfortunately.
Oh, that's not as good.
On a referral from 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So
right, yeah.
I got me a random appointment on Friday.
Long time. At least they've got big car parks there, though, which is helpful. I always think you've got that. Look, think of the gratitude side of it, Matt. Write that down when you get home.
I'll write that down.
Good parking.
Matt could park at the hospital.
£3.50 an hour.
There you go. Cheaper than London. We had a chat on here the other week about one of the hospital car parks in London. 72 quid a day.
Pardon? Wow.
Mad that, innit? And people were calling ambulances to go because they simply they just couldn't afford to park.
Yeah.
They couldn't afford to park. It's mad, innit? So they were saying, they were wondering why people were calling them. When they started asking them, they were saying, I actually can't drive there because...
For little ailments, nothing required. Yeah.
Mad, innit? Mad. But anyway. Right, well, Stacey Sudin this evening is Hugh Craig III. So if you want to have a minute, cancel. Malk in Swinton, Richard in Flixton. Hi Richard, good evening. Kay in Shaw and Maggie in my neck of the woods, Staley Bridge. Hi Maggie, hope you're doing all right. Good evening to you all. If you want to have a go, Hugh Craig III, 81333 is the number to text. Start your message with the word Mank. WhatsApp 08000 321 333 or phone Jason on 0800 218 2255. Right, let's get cracking then with... our chitter chatter, and I wanted to start with the big news today in our neck of the woods. There were big news for some people anyway, that the Manchester City Council have announced that major public bonfire nights and fireworks organised by Manchester Council, so that's not everyone else, it's just the ones that they usually do, at parks across the region have been scrapped for 2022. Bosses blaming escalating costs. The council has confirmed that its own bonfire events, including the huge celebration that usually takes place at Heaton Park, will not be reintroduced this year. There has been a 2-year layoff, of course, during the COVID-19 pandemic, but they say this decision is due to a combination of factors: escalating costs of delivering large Bonfire Night events, plus increased safety measures and increased pressure on council budgets. So they've announced it. Obviously, it's just 3 weeks away, isn't it, Bonfire Night? So, I mean, are you, either of you, a big fan of Bonfire Night anyway? Is it a big thing in your calendar?
I do enjoy them quite a lot. As my kids have come around, though, they're not too keen on them at the moment, like with the loud bangs and everything, but it's quite a social event in our area. We tend to have a few drinks while we're there, and obviously a lovely bit of hot food and stuff.
So do you tend to go to organised ones?
Yeah, organised but local. So obviously I live over in Romley, so it's more the Stockport region. We've got Heaton Park, which will be held this year. But basically it's local for local people again, which Manchester Councils, obviously they're upsetting their local people. But for me, it's all about the fire, keeping warm, getting your boots on, your welly bobs and all the rest of it, and just...
Might all have to do that all winter, never mind Bonfire Night.
Just enjoying it,
to do that in general to not die of freezing. I remember years ago when they did one on Werneth Low, I think at the cricket club or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Nightmare, because everybody just dumped the cars on Werneth Low and nobody could get through for hours. It was the most ridiculous thing. And like a few people had to get out the cars and start going, right, you at the back, you're going to have to back up because we're all going to be... Honestly, it was just...
There's not been any fires up there
chaos.
for a while, but Werneth Low is a really good vantage point of Manchester.
It's great just to go up there, not to an event and just watch them.
Manchester,
but not leave your car.
Well, yeah,
that's the key bit. Naomi, what about you? Are you a big fan?
Not particularly anymore. When the kids were little, we used to go to organised ones, but I wouldn't go out of my way now to go and either watch them, buy them. No, and
not going in that journal on the 5th of November, is it?
It's
Gratitude
definitely
journal.
not. No, and obviously my dog's not happy about them either. He's not as bad as some dogs, but
is he sad?
He's not sad. He's sad.
Like
he's sad because I've got the blind shut, can't see him.
Yeah.
But he's not one of them that shakes or is scared or anything like that. But he will bark, obviously, if the bangs are going.
And is this a bit of a sign of the times? I was saying to J Sky earlier that the gym where I do the spin class for the teachers on a Wednesday, which obviously I've done tonight. Usually some of us most weeks go in the pool after and everything, and the jacuzzi's been closed for 2 weeks, and I asked one of the staff, what's up, is it broken or whatever, and they said it's closed for 6 months to keep costs down because they didn't want to put people's membership fees up, and because of the cost of maintaining it, it's been closed for 6 months. So we're starting to see this now, aren't we? I mean, is this just a sign of the times, or is it appropriate to make these cutbacks? What do you think, Matt?
Well, it kind of is going to be happening, isn't it, more and more, because with it being a closed society for 2 years, they've had more money in the pocket, even though they've been able to fulfil the needs of what people have wanted, whether it is the gym or whether it's working from home and all the rest of it. So seeing them extra pennies come back into their budgets, they want to now grab them, keep hold of them and find other reasons to spend them, I presume. With note to the council cancelling the Manchester ones, they said they're going to look to put the funds into something more Christmassy time and try and provide more free stuff over Christmas.
They are very close together, isn't they? Like, it's Halloween, it's Bonfire Night, and then it's Christmas. And there's a huge amount going on across Greater Manchester. I mean, there's so much being done at the town hall. The library's just had Albert Square's getting a refit. Everything seems to be.
I mean, the cost of materials is expensive, and to burn money, you'd need a lot of ways to do that. You wouldn't really want to be buying pallets and all the rest of it to burn them. But if they found other ways and means and maybe some sort of
it gives
suggestions,
the small local ones more people, doesn't it? I know the Rotary Club across Greater Manchester do lots, don't they? And they do the one at Manor Park, or traditionally they have. I don't know if they are this year, but I remember when we used to go as kids, and now we take my nieces, and they have loads at Manor Parks, absolutely, teeming. Do you think it's just a sign of the times and appropriate cutbacks, Naomi? Or
I think that the council will always have money to put on events for the public, regardless. But the people in charge may think it's a bit of a waste to spend it on that. And like you said, if they're putting it into things more at Christmas, which will go on for longer rather than just one event, it's probably better because you're going to serve more of your community. Maybe
and those are the decisions we put in their hands,
people.
I guess, aren't they? Of what's best, and you know, sometimes you have to make cutbacks to be able to.
Down to well-being, I presume, as well, because Christmas is more of a family-orientated, more of like long-term place to have fun with, basically. And I presume they say some of the money will be going into free, but it also will be going into more organised, where they can maybe claim some money back as well. So, you know, there's the Secret Santas and there's the Santa's Grottos and all them lot, but to help people feel better at a later time in the year, maybe their suggestion for what they're doing now. But they've said they'll look into it, take reports and find out how people have reacted to missing out on it, and then maybe hopefully reinstate it next year.
I'm sure everyone will be fine. Right, coming up, we've got question of the week, and this is off the back of to text, start your message with the word Mank, or call Jason on 0800 218 2255. Question of the week now, though, and on this always comes from stuff I've been up to. And on Monday, as I was saying at the opening of the programme, I co-hosted the Rugby League World Cup launch, which was fantastic. It was in Manchester at the Science and Industry Museum, and there was players from all over the place, Fiji and Samoa and Greece and Italy and France. It was brilliant. And each team were handed a gift from the people of Manchester, and it was a mosaic with the Manchester Bee on, and then also the flag of, you know, the representative of their country. So like one team was a Cummel, one team's the Springbok, you know, that kind of thing. So it was beautiful, like really just so well done. It was Amanda McCann that had done it, who's a mosaic artist. So it got me thinking that lots of times when I've been around the world, either just travelling or as an athlete, I've been given things a lot of the time, and I've got like a box full of stuff that I was given, you know, when I was travelling as an athlete that other nations have given me, and then as a tourist. And I was wondering what collectibles you may have from places that you've been, and if not abroad, then from here. What have you got, Matt?
A few things come to mind. I've not been abroad too many times in my life, maybe 10 total or something, but when I go away I like to collect sunglasses. So sets of sunglasses that haven't been worn in Britain, and like, because you see many people wearing the same sets of sunglasses all the time. I go out and buy some random sunglasses while I'm out. And then I love fridge magnets or not. I seem to always collect fridge magnets from other people going on holiday, and they always bring you something back fridge magnet based. And I'm like, that's nice.
Once you say you're into something, people get them, you don't they? Because my nickname SpongeBob SquarePants would believe the amount of obscure gifts that I didn't even know existed that people get me, which is really great. Why sunglasses? How did that start? And that's really weird.
I just
Explain
came
yourself.
across a couple of sets that I'd never seen before. Let's say Zippo is a
So they're like weird
brand.
ones? Are they unusual ones?
No, they're not unusual.
Or just brands
just
that you don't...
different, yeah, like a Zippo is a lighter system.
And you bring them all home?
Yeah.
So you must have somewhere a massive stash of sunglasses.
Of sunglasses, yeah. And then also duty free. I love duty free as well. And I bring that back for others. Not always just myself duty free, a bit.
It's really, you're a bit cash in the attic bargain hunter type, aren't you?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Be great. You should get one of them long coats and put all the glasses in them. You can go and sell them. Naomi, what about you then?
Randomly, and I think it may be...
Oh God, what's this? We've picked the wrong night for this question. I know you two.
I may have read that it could be illegal.
Okay.
But I tend to pick up a pebble off a beach.
Stones.
That can't be illegal.
I think it is in some places.
Right.
But I've brought them back from abroad. God knows what customs thing when I've got a great big bloody...
Could have foreign insects or stuff that you're not aware
my
of.
abroad ones. My abroad ones have always been quite small. Ish.
I didn't assume you had a rock like that. That's why it's illegal.
Like a
Excuse me, love. You took half the cliff. Oh dear.
So I like to bring a pebble, and it needs to be really tactile. It's got to be smooth and maybe have a nice shape to it, or a nice colour. And I always
night out.
And I always used to think I'm going to write on the back of it when I get home where it's from and the date. But I never did.
So now you've just got a load of
So
random
they
pebbles.
could be like from anywhere.
Right.
They could literally be from anywhere, and who would know where they were from? So I could, make anything
See,
up.
my travel box is everything that I get. I usually get 2 things from everywhere I go. So one thing that's very sort of cultural, if you like, that reminds me of an actual place I've been to there, and then one daft thing that's just silly. But I've got loads. I've got one of my favourites is when I went to Mount Etna when I was in Sicily. They had in this tiny little shop at the bottom of the volcano things that were made out of lava, which you never get. You don't really get that. And I've got a lion that's made out of lava, and it's really cool. It's like they're good. And then in Brazil, one of the players gave me, those you can get those little glass bottles, and they've got a picture made out of sand inside, which just blows your mind.
Sand,
I mean, how on
glass,
earth did they do that? And then when I was in boxing in Kazakhstan, they gave me one of their, it's dead hard to describe. It's made out of a tree, and it's like the bottom of it, and then it has like a little person on and a camel, and do you know what I mean? It's like looks like a mini nativity scene. That's the best way I can describe it. It isn't, obviously, but yeah, they gave it us after the coach gave it me, and he was I don't know, he said something about Tasmanian devil and then gave it me, so I think that's what he was making reference to, the way that I box. But then they took us to this well, and they said that if you walked around it 10 times and asked for what you wished to come into being 10 times, it was true. And we all were doing it, like walking around, like whispering, "What be a world champion? What be?" Because we were getting ready for the World Championships, and I said, "I bet this isn't even a thing, None of the Kazakhs were doing it." And I said, "I bet they're just going, look at these idiots from Britain here walking around this well, speaking to themselves." But anyway, so my box, I know where everything's from because it's got some reference, or you know what I mean.
The slight difference is you're gifted. You're a sports personality going around and getting these like nice little gifts. I presume yourself and Naomi.
No, a lot of them I bought,
okay.
the lion.
Yeah.
I just bought it. Yeah, no, every single place I've been.
I just stole mine.
Yeah, she's cheap.
I mean,
every single place I've been, I've bought something from abroad, and I've got a massive box from everywhere.
Greece have a blue and white theme, don't they? That's their type of souvenir type thing.
What's the flag?
Well, of course. And then my wife bought home a little windmill and village scene kind of thing, and it lit up from the bottom, and it was a lovely little ornament. And it was broke within a week of us getting back.
I tried to get a snow globe home from Vegas, and they wouldn't let me. Because they said it was liquid. And they were, do you know what they
Over
said?
250 mil,
and I said, well, what am I supposed to do? Now it's like, that's what I picked. Thankfully, I went back a few years later and I was able to
hide one.
Yeah, get closure. But, and to be fair, that's what I used to have a drink now and then, and we had just left Coyotes about an hour before. Me and my mate thinking we were dead good dancing on a table, and we really regretted that 3 hours into the flight when we were rough as toast. But and I was like, what do you mean I can't take a snow globe? And then they said, you can take it if you let us drain it. And then I was like, what's the point of having a snow globe with
is now
nothing in
empty.
it? Yeah, that was just like,
on the floor.
yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So I was like, nah, it's all right, leave it, forget it. And then I got one years later when I went back, and then I put it in my other luggage then, and it was all right. Because I didn't know, so I had it in my hand luggage, you see. I had no idea, I was well wounded. It's horrible when that happens, isn't it? When you get there and they don't let you take stuff through. It's like being a kid again, isn't it? It's not fair, what with stuff. But yeah, I did show Ruby, my niece, my travel box once, and just wasn't impressed. But she was only about 5. But I was desperate for someone in, a young person in my family, my fledglings, to show. And she was only 5, and she was like, what's that? And just didn't have an impact. So she's 12 now, so this isn't a good age either. I'm going to have to wait till she's about 20, and then she'll appreciate it. Right, shall we settle Stacey's pseudonym then? Hugh Craig the Third is the name. And we want to know from you, who are the better known as? Will in Bolton's got it right. Who else? Jeff in Harper Hay, Patrick in Fallowfield, Malk in Swinton, Richard in Flixton, Kay in Shore, and Maggie in Stalybridge. Right, you two, do you want to have a go?
I'm going to have a guess at the first name, Craig, but that's about all I can give you.
Sorry, say that again.
I'm going to have a guess at Craig as his first name, but that's about all I can give you at this one.
And there is actually an incorrect answer here of Hugh Grant from Lynn in Horton Green.
Oh, no!
Sorry, that's not right. So there you go. It's not Craig. It's not Hugh Grant. Naomi?
No idea. Daniel Craig?
Huey Lewis?
Huey, no idea.
Who?
Huey Lewis in the news.
Again?
Yeah, again. No, not again, thank you. Not again. Dear me, it's going to be a long 17 minutes this till 11 is. Whitney Houston, pick us up, Whitney.
Find out.
You've
the ways when I don't like it was
it's right foot. I love it anyway. Yeah, fair enough.
I actually
do
I have my own character.
to chat to your debut at Manchester Opera House this Christmas. Are either of you fans of pantomimes?
Oh, yes, I am. Love a good pantomime.
Oh dear. There we go. Oh no, he isn't. Do you really then?
Yeah, I do, yeah. I
Do
enjoy
you?
panto, yeah.
Like for real?
Yeah. I've been to most every year. Literally, I've been
Do you wear
and
your
watched some.
sunglasses every time you go?
No, unfortunately
Send
not.
them outside.
What's your favourites then?
Dick Whittington is a good one. Cinderella's a good one. Rapunzel's not too bad. But I would like
Rapunzel's not too bad.
to be Aladdin. That's the one I'd like to go and watch.
I can't believe he just said Rapunzel's not too bad. Oh, bet Rapunzel's fuming.
Oh, well, you know.
Why haven't I got 5 stars? Dangle my hair out the window and go through all that stress just to be not
Can't like
bad.
them all, can you? Can't like them all.
Oh, brilliant.
But yeah,
Fancy
Aladdin.
coming third after Dick Whittington.
Well.
She'll be fuming. She will be fuming. Anyway, she's called Tangled now, so there you go, sister.
There you go.
Naomi, what about you? I don't know how you're going to follow that. You might as well not answer.
I don't mind a panto. Yeah, I probably wouldn't go. My kids are too old to go to
So,
pantos.
no bonfire night, no Christmas, nothing for
No
the next 3
Christmas.
months going in that gratitude journal.
Absolutely, no.
The last time I went to a panto, our Christy booked it, my sister. She got us all tickets, but she's going to go mad if she's listening to this. She won't be. She's busy doing stuff on her house. But anyway, caravan. So, she got us all tickets to go and watch one at Stockport Plaza, and honestly, I hated it. I just really hated it.
Oh, you did.
And you've got to be dead nice, and you go, thanks, sort of really lovely gift, but just hated it. But anyway, who would you most like to play in a panto? If you could pick any character, would you be a goodie, would you be a baddie? Who would you be, Matt?
Well, most hero actors are actually female, aren't they? That's the way they used to do it, at least.
Yeah.
Like
anyway.
in real life, I think you'll find.
Yeah, of course. And now they've changed it a little bit where they can actually have a male doing the hero character. But if it was to be anything, I think I'd go with Jason Manford and be Captain Hook.
Captain Hook could be great
As a baddie.
fun. Oh,
As a
it's
villain,
so
as
fun,
such,
wouldn't
yeah.
it? Naomi, would you be?
Cinderella, of course.
Would you?
Who don't want a new dress and shoes?
In a pumpkin. But you don't like Halloween? Or do you like Halloween?
Oh, I'm not a lover of Halloween.
I think I'd be Elf.
Elf?
That's not a panto.
Well, it's out this year. I don't want to be
That's
in
a
a
cheese
panto.
panto.
I don't want
You
to
don't
be
like
in a
panto.
pigeonhole.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't stereotype
There you go.
me. I'm a free spirit. There's Santa. I know him. There's my audition. No, I'd be Elf. Elf's out this year, so I'd be that. Or something like that, Captain Hook, yeah. Cinderella is the worst thing I can imagine being. Walking around
just want the new
trying to get them
shoes.
shoes on and going in them frocks. No, thanks. Getting in and out of that carriage or whatever it is. No, absolutely not. No, rather be an ugly sister. The last thing that I wanted to chat about is this TikTok job. 44 quid an hour watching TikTok videos. It's courtesy of an influencer marketing platform, and the candidate has to watch TikToks just as you usually would, and they have to watch 12 hours of the TikTok videos over 3 days, rank their top 10, and then they have to repost them on like Insta and this, that and the other. It's been labelled a dream job. Naomi, would this be a dream job for you?
No, I'd sooner stick pins in my eyes.
Matt, what about you? You should be the Grinch. That's who you should be in Panto.
I do enjoy watching the odd video on Facebook and so forth, but no, not for me.
It wouldn't be mine
my
either.
dream job.
I just you would have to pay me to watch TikTok videos.
You'd have to stick a 0 on the end of that.
What would be your dream job then?
Oh, now you're asking. My dream job would probably be something to do with either interior design or fashion, clothing.
Yeah, I could well see you doing that. Yeah.
Something like that.
Matt?
I've got 2 that reach for the stars, award-winning actor or world darts champion,
Okay.
and then 2 that I just would really, really enjoy doing, chocolate testing and wine testing.
Fabulous. You still, I'm never going to be able to look at you again without thinking, Rapunzel's not bad. That is just always going to remind me of you. Right, what very, very exciting things are you two Grinches up to for the rest of the week? I don't even know if I want to know the answer, but anyway, let's go there. Naomi, what are you going to be grateful for?
I'm going to fill out my gratitude journal.
Number one today, I'm grateful that Rapunzel's not bad. Matt, what are you up to?
I might go and buy some new welly bobs for the fire events.
Right, yeah, dead excited. Thanks for saving your most exciting week to share with us. So Naomi's filling out her gratitude journal and Matt's going to get some wellies. They talk about, you don't need dream jobs, you live in the dream of area. Thank you so much for joining us. Really, really appreciate it. Hope life gets better for both of you after you leave here. That's what part of the Late Show is, building lives and making them better for people like Naomi and Matt. Next, the news at 11.
On the BBC Sounds